In October 1955, Princess Margaret was 25 years old.
That's right.
And so by the law of the land, she could choose to marry you.
The choice was finally hers. But obviously, it was very much, I mean, she didn't say to me, well, I'm either going to marry or I'm not. I mean, we talked about it, obviously. And we talked about it in the most painful conditions. I had come back in October 1955. She was then free of the Queen's veto, constitutional veto, but she was not yet free of the veto of Parliament. And not only of the British Parliament, but of the Parliament of the Seven Dominions. And during 19 really rigorous, painful days in which I was besieged by 50 or 100 reporters who came from worldwide. And it was in these conditions, with the world press discussing this situation, and with us being discussed in every capital of the world, we had to come to this decision. And finally, the decision was made by the Princess and announced by her on the 31st of October, 1955. And that was that.
But you say in your book that she would have had to, it would have been too much to ask of her, too much for her to give, because she would have had to have given up her royal functions, her right to accession, and £15,000 government stipend due on marriage, conditions which frankly would have ruined her. There would be nothing left except me, you say. Surely if you loved each other, that's all you wanted, was each other.
Yes, but so be practical. I mean, I hope that when I say there was nothing left but me, and I go on to say, and this is my own estimation of my own importance or weight in this situation, I was hardly enough to compensate for these very serious, admittedly material losses. She would have been stripped of practically everything. A number of people have said that we would have been required, had we married, to have left the country for a certain amount of time. I believe her decision was absolutely right in the circumstances.
This is the story of a very private and yet what was a very public relationship. Did you have no moral dilemma whatsoever as to whether you should write about it?
I had terrible dilemmas. At one moment I sat for 10 days in front of 3 pages saying to myself, can I or can't I? How shall I say this? I wanted, and I was being pushed terribly hard to say it. My first draft was not sufficient for my publishers.
Did you get in touch with Princess Margaret before writing it?
I didn't, no. But,
or with the palace?
No. I feel that as a writer, as writing my autobiography, I have a freedom of expression. I don't think there's any problem there.
Have you had any reaction from the royal family since?
That is a rather private matter, but I have already told you that I have no reason to believe that this book has been hurtful to Princess Margaret.
If she were to walk into this room at this very moment, how would you feel?
I should be delighted to see her. And I presume that if she walked into this room, it would only be because she would be delighted to see me.